Hey, SEGways!
Oh, this will be a controversial one. Within paranormal debunking circles, the Paranormal Files have been scrutinised a fair few times. I myself have very much got involved in this too. So, when Colin asked me if I'd like to collab while I was in America, I really just had to say yes, for a fair few reasons. And I'd say the main one is that I would have felt like a bit of a twat for making all these videos criticising these two, questioning their ethics and their approach to ghost hunting, and then when they want to show me how they do this firsthand, in person, for myself to see with my own two eyes, and if I just said no to that, I don't know, I'd feel like a bit of a coward, to be perfectly honest. Now, I need to make this abundantly clear, I am only speaking for myself when I say all this. I am not speaking on behalf of anyone else, so I don't want anyone getting carried away or reading into things that I am not saying. Yes, many in our community think Colin fakes his content. I've heavily questioned this as well. But despite all of this criticism, Colin and Connor still had the strength of character to want to meet me, shake my hand, and show me in person how they do their investigations. Were they on their best behaviour with me around? Is what I witnessed during our time in Nevada State Prison an accurate representation on how they ghost hunt? I guess I'll never have a 100% answer on this, but I appreciate the invite all the same. So if there is anyone questioning on who I would and would not collaborate with, I pretty much have one rule when it comes to collaborations. I've got to like the people that I'm going to be spending time with. I'm not going to spend a whole night in an empty building talking to the walls with people I can't fucking stand. I'll collaborate with anyone who isn't a fuckwit. So Colin and Connor just about made that very low bar. So anyway, I hope you enjoy my unapologetic collaboration with Colin and Connor of the Paranormal Files. I mean, I'm going to be perfectly honest, you're probably not going to like this intro because I must have picked the most echoey bloody room in all of Nevada.
Hey SEGways, I am here at Nevada State Prison. Who have we got under mask number one? It's Connor!
What's up, guys?
So who do you think's under mask number two? Trump. Elton!
Hey, everybody.
Right, just have at it with the comment section, just whatever. We're gonna have a good time tonight. We're gonna crack on, we're gonna find some ghosts, we're gonna get some scares. I'm gonna catch this guy's faking at some point.
He's gonna drop the soap on purpose.
Let's go find some ghosts.
So what are we talking about?
Good question.
Why don't you just give us a really quick overview of the prison, and then like maybe a little bit just on this area?
Okay, so the Nevada State Prison started in around 1862. That's when it officially started housing inmates, and it grew from there to this, what you see here, this giant building. And so if you look around and you see the different sections of the prison, you can see where the prison grew. And usually in the areas where it grew, you'll find a stone that says the year when that was added on. And you see that all over the prison. Where we're at now is the culinary. It's a fairly new building, you can see by the way it's built. And the culinary was a place where it was full action all day long. They were serving meals in here. And they had, at one point outside there, you saw the fences when we came in, they had to build that to segregate inmates because the inmates would fight. This is a great place to fight because you all get together. So you have your group, you can fight the other group. So they started segregating them by using the fencing. But some of that is why we have pretty good paranormal activity in here. And the paranormal activity in here, it can be loud, it can be a lot. There's said to be portals in here. So it's a good spot to paranormal.
No portals were found in the making of this video or any other video in the history of mankind.
This was the area where me and Colin last time, we were set up in this back corner over here, and we were hearing so many noises that we were too scared to leave this room by ourselves, so we had to call them to come get us and lead us to the next place we wanted to go.
I can't remember exactly like what was happening, but it was like freaky.
I'm well aware that whatever my reasons are for collaborating with the Paranormal Files, I will end up receiving a fair bit of backlash, and that's perfectly fine. Have at it. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion and all that good stuff. But just to show that I'm not going to be playing favourites here, in the not too distant future, I'm going to be working on a reaction, roasting, and perhaps even a debunking video on when Colin and Connor first went to Nevada State Prison. I mean, with a bloody thumbnail like this, how can I not roast the ever-loving shit out of this video? Even if it is 3 fucking hours long. But speaking of thumbnails, I have a few things to say about this one right here from the Paranormal Files channel. But I'm gonna save my thoughts on this for that reaction video I just mentioned. And believe me, I have some thoughts about this fucking thumbnail, you cheeky bastard.
Is there any history necessarily in this portion of the building that would make it more active?
Well, so outside there where the inmates eat, 2 inmates were killed out there during one of the fights that went on. The guards would engage inmates through the gun ports, so that could create some of the stuff. But I kind of like to look at it this way. Eating is something people like to do, and the inmates like to eat. So they would come in here. This was a good place to work, so the inmates would work in here. They want to work in the culinary, so they would come in here and they would work. And the inmates like to eat. So if you like something, maybe when you pass over, you might want to go back there and,
Like this would have been somewhere they would have actually looked forward to going.
Yeah.
This would have been like a highlight of their day kind of thing.
Exactly.
Coming here, yeah.
You get to socialize with your friends, you get to eat. The guys that work back here got to eat more food. They got a little bit of extra stuff. And so maybe when the spirits pass over, they come back here because it was a positive point in their life.
I was thinking that surely these ghosts must have had a more positive place on the outside to live out the rest of their afterlife. But if you think about it, for some poor bastards, there was probably way less on the outside for them than what was inside.
But there was also like a sighting of like an alien in here, right?
What now?
Yeah, we've had the alien, the gray, over in the hallway right over here. We had a situation where we were doing a paranormal training. And there were 3 ladies, using their K2s and all that. And I didn't even know that I caught this picture, but there's an African-American guy walking in the background who's, 9-10 feet tall. You can't see his lower half. You just see his upper body and his head and his hair. I didn't even know I had that picture until several days later when I was going through my pictures. And I saw it and I was like, holy crap, look what I caught.
Guess we're just going to glance over that whole alien thing then.
Do you want to turn your light off?
Yes.
You got a pretty good shot of it right here.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, that's a really, really clear image.
Yeah, and is it explainable? I can't explain it. I know I was in here with those ladies and that was it. So I don't know why or what that is or how it came to be, but I have a picture of it.
I gotta be honest, I have no idea what this could be. I'm not sure I'd agree that this is off an African-American fella, but it's for sure the shape of a human. You can see the guy's head, his hair, and ear. So if I'm gonna entertain this being a potential ghost in a prison and all, wouldn't the ghost be dressed in a prison kind of attire, either as a guard or a prisoner? If you look at the shape of this guy's upper back, it looks like he's wearing a black hoodie to me. Personally, I just think this is someone in the group walking behind the lady taking the photo. I guess we just gotta take the word of the team who took this photo that the figure wasn't someone in their group. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think of this one.
Well, we are going to have you take us to more locations here, but I think we're good for now.
All right, sounds good. Let me know.
Any final words for us?
Walk around in the dark and see what happens.
One time Connor and I filmed the video and he didn't tell me till afterwards I had this huge flake of dead skin just hanging on my face. He's getting close-ups of me talking. This gigantic white fucking skin flake.
Was that here?
No, that was at Hell House.
Ah, yeah.
You know what you need? A mask.
Fuck. That would solve a lot of problems, man.
Yeah, no, right?
Plus, people wouldn't have to look at my face. Probably help the videos a lot.
No, trust me, it doesn't.
So we just basically start with like calling out every video. So to whoever's here in the Nevada State Prison, you might remember us from the last time we were here, but we're just here to speak with you if you are here and you can hear this. And we would just love to talk to you this evening. My name's Colin.
My name's Connor.
And I go by Seg.
So if you can make any noise, or if you see any of our lights around here, if you can go tap them. I know that you're probably used to people like us coming in here. Go right ahead.
Feel free to make yourself known. You can touch us, you can scream, you can hit us, you can push us.
You can kick him in the nuts.
Yeah.
Hard as you can.
Could you imagine if that actually happened?
Is there anyone here with us right now?
Because this is where she saw the gray alien.
Right. I don't think I saw that photo.
It's honestly a fucking creepy picture.
If it's the same one from the Heather, the caretaker of the Goldfield, it's like just this big weird, looks like a head, like,
I can't remember.
I don't know, it's just a big weird looking block of a head. I don't know, I can't tell if that's just pareidolia, more than likely, so it is weird looking.
I mean, I'd like to see him in.
Beam me up, Scotty.
This is such a just good classic joke.
I'm pretty much full of shitty dad jokes. And for some reason people watch my shit.
Well,
That's on you though. That's on all of you guys, not me.
I don't watch it.
The most honest things ever come out of your mouth.
Yeah, debunk that.
I very much have this coming though. I deserve this.
We heard you moving around down here. Can you make another noise for us?
okay, now that's weird because we came down here and it sounded like it came from here.
Where are you?
Any chance you could move that chair that we're all looking at right now?
He asked to move the chair. Did you set the fishing wire up?
Yeah, we just gotta get the other guy in the other room to pull it.
Yeah, you've met our other guy, Chris, right? Who's with us? Oh,
Damn, Chris.
We won't talk about that on camera.
Yeah,
Chris is quiet.
he's actually mute.
Perfect.
Oh my god, look how big this freezer is.
Careful. Oh my god, dude. What? That's fucking crazy. I did not expect that.
This is actually the one that the guy told me will lock you in.
Quick, put him in.
Oh no.
Now I don't have to pay him.
I'm actually just going to stand here and keep the door open because, in all seriousness.
Yeah, this is a little
Wow.
trippy here.
This is the biggest freezer I've ever seen.
Is anybody in this room with us?
Getting a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I was going to say there's like, 3 or 4 footsteps.
Can you do that again?
it's definitely from over there. I felt something over here. I heard something out here. Now it was very faint, so I doubt I might have picked it up. It almost sounds like shuffling.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Like a on the wall almost.
Can you mount back to me?
There's fucking knocks happening out here.
Really? You shoot that on already?
There's knocks happening back there as well.
Yeah, this is like what we had happen last time. I say, I mean, what we did the last time we were here was just sit at that table and you could hear the whole like stuff from over here and then that other side. So maybe you want to do that?
Yeah, man. What's weird is that we've been just like sat around here having a bit of a chit chat and I swear I didn't hear anything.
No, I was in here alone.
Maybe we were too loud with the chatting, I don't know, but like the moment we start asking questions.
Dude, I swear. Well, that's what.
That fall thing, that was almost like 4 footsteps.
I know.
That, like.
Well,
Okay.
it's cold. Well, last time what happened was we were sitting over here in this corner, and it literally sounded like people just walking around, like right here.
Yeah, we kept hearing that shit to such a like. And it's weird, man. If you're doing it with just 2 people, I feel like it's way creepier than 3. I mean, obviously. But when it was just us 2 in this big, like, complex,
yeah.
It was definitely, we were a little more paranoid. What the fuck was that?
What was that? A little jig?
My pants keep falling down.
If there's anybody here in the kitchen with us, can you come sit at the table? Or touch one of those lights in there?
Motorcycle.
So you guys have got better ears than me. I can't hear a thing. Is there any chance you can move that cup that's on that ledge there? The mug. We can hear something in the distance. Could you please come a bit closer to us?
What the? Bro, the fucking thing just turned on by itself.
What device was that?
I don't know. Bro, what the fuck? What was that noise that it just made?
Wait a minute, wait. What was that? First off, what was it? Like the Ovilus?
I think it's the spirit talk, or the spirit chat. Bro, that was fucking off. Wasn't it?
And it said we made it.
Yo, that was crazy,
Do
actually.
you want to go grab it
Yes.
and bring it over here?
Dude, okay, for posterity though, like, it would not be on. Like, we wouldn't turn something on and just let it sit there. And did you hear that weird ass noise it made too? It was like,
What, that's not normal?
no.
Okay, as much fun as I had during this night, I won't lie that in the back of my mind, or maybe more at the forefront of my mind, I was worried that at some point, Colin, Connor, or the people who work as caretakers at the prison might try and pull the wool over my eyes. I'm not completely fucking naive here. I mention those who work for Nevada State Prison because they are big fans of Colin's work. They were so happy to have him back at the prison filming another video with them. They didn't seem to be all too enthralled about having me there, which I gotta admit I did find kinda funny. But in saying that, they were great hosts, very friendly people. So, when this device went off, seemingly by itself, the very first thing I thought is there some kind of feature where it can turn off by itself, like a timer? Or does this come with some kind of remote control that could have been hidden in someone's pocket? Well, I ended up finding this Ovilus called the Spirit Chat V4. Fuck me, that's some expensive shit. Anyway, I found it on Etsy, and I read the reviews of some of the people that bought it off Etsy, and the details in the description, and I couldn't find anything on there about a timer feature or a remote control. However, while we were setting up our stuff before we started filming for the actual video, I just so happened to film this button here. I have no idea why I did this. I can't think of why this would be relevant in any way, shape or form to film. But anyway, as I was filming it, you can see the Spirit Chat V4 here on the table. Connor took it out their little bag of toys. The Paranormal Files have so many ghostly gadgets and gizmos that they bring along with them to these investigations, but they just so happened to pick this one out of the bag and place it on the table. As far as I can see from the footage here, it is in fact switched off. If Colin and Connor did something to this pink box,
I beg your pardon?
to make it turn itself on somehow, I have no idea how that could have happened. And I really have no idea why it took so long for it to finally make a noise for us. Since from the time we were filming to when this Ovulus decided to kick off, it was probably around 20 to 30 minutes or so. So, could Connor have activated this device while unpacking the equipment? Could it just be a defected device? Or could it be a ghost? I mean, it's not a fucking ghost, let's face it. But it is odd. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, technology just glitches sometimes, you know?
And the battery's at 5%.
Well, it must have been on then.
No, this thing would have gone off at least once by this whole time. I mean, we could look back at the footage, but like, dude, look, here you go.
Who's got it? Oh, there it is.
Cord. I made it.
And just show them, maybe it'll hit again, and listen to the sound it makes. It does not do that. Plus, this was charging all night. I did unplug this one today.
That's the noise it made, isn't it?
No, it made before that, like a...
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I think it did, yeah.
Which, I mean,
Did you turn this on? You trying to talk?
Did you hear that?
Yeah. It's getting louder.
Keep coming towards us, please.
Near death. This thing's going nuts.
Okay, let me get this straight. You're saying that you didn't turn that on,
yes,
and you charged it last night.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it was at
dark mood? Okay, so look at how
that's what I was going to ask next. You're saying it's at 5%. That's the first time we have heard that since we started filming.
Dude, this...
And then now it's going off non-stop.
Well, and this is the first word.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
So it never went off or anything.
I mean, dude, I swear.
Is there something you can do, I've just got to ask this, like where there's a button you can push to make it like say something, or because like it's weird that we went from like not touching it where it didn't say anything for maybe 20 minutes?
No. Look, here's the on-off button right here. That's the only button on here. You just turn it on. Bro, I swear that is actually crazy. Because
I plugged this in last night.
I know.
Evolution.
And it's going nuts.
What's weird to me is,
I mean,
there's obviously, I don't think there's going to, because I would have heard of something like that being like remote. I've got to ask these questions.
No, dude,
so there's got to be that's the only way I can think of that could be remote, but like I've never heard of any of these things being like that. So that's weird.
Like
it's weird because it didn't go off at all and now it's going fucking nuts.
And so it was off. Here's all you have to think about, right? So this thing was face up over there. So when you turn the lights out, right, you would have seen like some sort of a light being cast on the ceiling, right? Like just look at this.
And the only light.
Look at that. You would have seen this, like up on the ceiling. Did you see that?
Light
No.
you can see is the REM pod over there.
We've never had.
Unless it was face down or something.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. When I got it on camera when I walked over there. Which you can have.
For a split second, I thought there was a fucking spy. The way your forearm is on here, it's like reflecting. It just looks like, it looked exactly like a spy.
Look out!
I left Australia to escape that shit.
Well, they do have that entire building here that that's filled with black widows.
Yeah, I heard that. Let's not go there. Let's give that a miss, eh?
Yeah, we skipped that one last time.
I'm good.
I mean, dude, seriously, that's really weird. I don't think we've ever had a device turn on like that.
And it turned on.
It made that
and
weird
then it only
sound.
has 5% battery.
I mean, it would have gone off once in
I
the
know.
20 minutes that we've been sitting here. Did you just turn that box on? Or did you walk over there maybe? This is crazy because this is exactly what happened to us last time, like beat for beat. Like we walked down there and then sat down here and we're like hearing all that stuff. And then I don't know, did we just get like really creeped out? And we're
No,
like,
all of our devices out there, the REM pods and everything started going out, and it was like someone was in the kitchen area, like banging around.
Can you come back into the actual kitchen? If you can follow our voices?
We gotta prep some food.
Energy-wise, I wouldn't even say right now that, like, when we say in our videos for your people, like,
Your people.
I mean, like, people are gonna watch this video. Like, when we say it feels like heavy, I do not feel that at all in here. But the upstairs is where I think we're gonna feel it.
Really heavy.
But it feels just kind of like something's out there.
Like they're watching us.
Most of those knocks are from a distance.
Oh, what the fuck? What just lit up? It's 11. Oh, nice. What was it?
What lit up then? I didn't see.
I don't know what that was. Because it wasn't the paralamp. I got a shot of that. Wait, actually though, what would that have been? Because it looked like a white light, didn't it? Kind of?
I'll be honest with you, I was talking to you and I didn't really notice anything.
Oh, sorry.
What are we doing here?
Getting up close and personal.
I like it.
Was it this flashlight?
I know. I want to say that it might have been, bro.
Because that's kind of what it looked like.
Connor, I'm gonna pause this. Let's look at this right now.
Alright.
We can do it live. So
Let me turn my eye on.
okay. So here's this whole clip. Because it was a white light, bro, that lit up on the ceiling. At least what I thought I saw.
I'm getting Ghost Adventures flashbacks. Right now, I'm doing exactly what I criticised Zach Bagans of doing.
Okay, let's go back. Right there. Look at that, bro. Look at this. Was this the flashlight? Look at that.
Oh.
Shining right up at the ceiling. Wait, okay, hold up. Let's just do this, Connor. I'm gonna stand back here, just click it on, and if you guys can kill your lights, we'll see if it's the exact thing that I saw. No, that's too bright. No, it wasn't that. But it was something in here.
Well, what's that lantern thing?
The one on that?
Yeah, that.
The paralight. It wasn't that though. No, you could see in the video. It was something like white.
But what else would that have been from?
Would it have been? Oh. I don't know, but I gotta say,
Well, it was like above the equipment, right?
I mean, you could see it in
roughly
the
above
clip.
the equipment.
It was
So
shining up like
I would
this.
imagine it's surely some of your equipment, but I don't think it was like a reflection from us or anything.
It
like
wasn't,
that.
because it turned on.
yeah, it turned on and we looked at it, and then I stood up and got it, and then you can compare that to it. Bro, this is actually really strange. I feel like this is weird because we're getting some like really bizarre shit that when we were here the first time, we didn't get anything like that. Wait, maybe it was this. Oh, 4 minutes ago, I got an email. That's what, the white light.
There you go, guys. He debunked himself.
Damn.
Yeah. You're losing
Fucking
your job,
Gmail.
Yeah, I'm out of a job.
Hey, we're taking over
I'll
for
say,
you.
Colin.
Hey, well, at least that goes to show that we actually did see something, you know?
There you have it. Colin debunked himself. This all took way longer to figure out than it ever bloody should have.
Give us a good whistle, would you?
Not the best whistler. Let's give it a go.
You weren't lying.
Is this Nevada desert air? It's not good for my lips.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm annoyed because your whistle is a lot better than mine.
Yeah. I got some nice supple lips.
It's weird though, I feel like the noises have like stopped to a degree.
Is anyone still down here with us?
God, dude. I'm excited to bring them upstairs.
I'm excited to go upstairs.
It feels kind of dead.
Yeah, now it feels dead.
No pun intended.
Yeah, they used to execute people by cyanide gas here.
Really?
Yep. We'll get to go in the...
Cyanide gas. I've never heard that before.
They would sit in a chair, and there was a bucket of water underneath them. And they were brought into a room, and the person would pull the lever, and it would dump the cyanide pills into the water, and they would start a chemical reaction, and the smoke would just start filling the room, and they'd have to breathe in deeply, and it sometimes took a long time.
It sounds like a painful way to go.
They outlawed it because it was not
Inhumane? Inhumane as capital punishment gets.
Yeah.
Woo! Well,
Why don't we go over there?
let's check it out. Thank you. What the?
So in the last night cells, you come
In a submarine?
you be escorted, you can get in here, and this is where you get your last meal. So they, at one point, they could order quite a bit. And then one of the more miserly wardens said, no, enough of that. Pick from the menu. And so they would do that, just depended on the warden. But then when it was time, if they were compliant, the guards would walk them over, take them through the door, attach them to the chair or the bed, and let it rip. So it's a short walk to the execution chamber. If they weren't compliant, if they were fighting, the guards would medicate them. So one of the inmates, Carol Cole, he was medicated before, and when he went to, be put to death, there was an adverse reaction with the meds, and so he got to go through that at the end.
Took him forever to die.
That's a horrible concept,
Yeah,
thinking
man.
about you're being dragged to your death and you're so scared that you have to be medicated for it.
Yeah, I can't imagine it. I really can't. And the executions nowadays, they can't get the meds. So states are going to firing squads like Idaho. Mm-hmm. Some of the other states are doing whatever cocktail of chemicals. It's crazy.
Well,
To the death chamber.
So now when the guards would take you over here, this would already be prepared. The guards would open this up. And when it was lethal injection, they'd escort you through. Again, if you were compliant, you got on there, they strapped you down. They attached the leads or the tubes whatever you want to call them. And then the people behind this mirror here, there was a nurse, a doctor, a guard, and they would do the injection.
So this is the original bed, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, how many people died on
I
this?
think 52.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Well, 52 in total. I'm not sure how many people died of lethal injection. 52 total in this room. Now, at one point, there were 2 chairs in here where they would cyanide gas them 2 at a time. Imagine that.
What was the process of gassing like?
So the cyanide, when they started out, they were experimenting. So Guy John, he was the unlucky person that got the first experiment. So they tested it first. They got some cyanide capsules. They threw it in some water in the butcher shop out in the yard. And a cat, threw a cat in there. The cat didn't die. So they kept adding cyanide to the water until the cat died. Then they added a few more for the person or whatever. And they put him in there on a cold morning. And the cyanide floated around on the floor. So he got to sit there and just look at it for a while before it started getting him. So he got to go in a horrible way. And after that, the warden after that decided we're not doing that anymore. We're going to make it official. And they came up with this type of, it wasn't this one, but it was similar.
Who was the most infamous person that was executed here?
I think it's kind of subjective. To me, it's Carol Cole. Carol Cole was a vicious serial killer. And they say 15 women. He liked to kill women because his mother tormented him quite a bit. She named him Carol so she could dress him up in a dress and pretend he's a girl. So who knows what kind of psychological damage that did to him. But they said 15 women that he serial murdered. But it could be far more than that. And he said before he got put to death, there was more than that. So to me, he was probably the most infamous one. But if you go back in time, if you read some of the descriptions of the deaths or the crimes on the people on the wall in there, there's some pretty crazy stuff that went on. I mean, there's a 17-year-old kid they put to death. His picture's on the wall in there. I don't know if I'm okay with that. But it was in the 40s, so.
What did he do?
He probably killed somebody. I'm not quite sure because I get mixed up with all of them because there's so many.
Quite a few.
Do we, by chance, we happen to know if anyone was executed here after the fact was found to be innocent?
I'm not sure of that happening. I can imagine it probably did.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's happened though.
Okay.
And what about paranormal in here? What do people experience?
So we've had anger come through. We've done Esther sessions in here where we've had anger, cussing, swearing. We've had images of David Blackwell, who was put to death in here, in the window. We had shined a laser in here, and it was a strange day. The girls went to a cemetery, and they just happened to go into the cemetery, and they walked up to David Blackwell's grave. So they came in here, and that night they had a laser going through the window, and they took a picture, and his face is in the image in the window. So there's, I think it depends too on the person. If you're highly charged, or you're very into it, or you're an empath or whatever, you might get more than somebody who's a skeptic.
Right.
Because you believe,
That was one hell of a side eye. I'm out of a job.
Yeah.
That's good.
Now imagine if you're an inmate, right? You walk in that door, you don't get to walk out. We all walk out right now. So we're pretty unique.
I don't even want to walk in.
But the inmates didn't get that chance.
It's the end of the line.
Yeah.
And just to think that there's people watching too.
Yeah,
They're so happy to see you dying.
Family, attorneys, sheriffs,
Yeah.
prison staff. Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah, it's not even a private moment. Like, you got an audience. That is weird to think.
And that's what the curtains are for. When they getting you prepared, they draw the curtains so the family wouldn't see you putting their loved one on the table. And at the time, they pull the curtains up, and they got to witness it.
killed a woman with a pickaxe, shot and killed 4 men, shot his wife's stepdaughter and another man, killed his 5-month-old son.
Carol Cole was the first lethal injection. Jesse Bishop is the last gas. This is the guy I did the video about.
So all these people were gassed?
All these.
Well, most of them were. At some point, they were hanging back over here. They did one firing squad. One guy chose, you could pick hanging or firing squad.
Oh, there it is. First gas.
Yeah, he picked firing squad. He said that he'd rather go out like a soldier than a criminal. The criminal was hanged, so he picked the firing squad.
1905. First execution. All right. So, to anybody who's up here in the women's ward, once again, I don't know if you guys remember, Connor and I, we were here a few years ago, but we've brought a new friend who really would love to talk to y'all.
I'm exotic. I'm from England.
What the fuck? Last time we were here, someone was banging on the cell doors. We'd love to hear you do that again. Is there any ladies in here right now?
Okay, I need to quickly explain this because I didn't actually end up saying it on camera. We are in fact in the female prisoners wing. There's also a bunch of REM pods and music boxes and all sorts of other little gadgets and gizmos laid along that walkway of the prison.
Don't be scared off with this silly thing on my face. I assure you, I mean no harm in any way. I'd just like to have a chit chat. Have a chin wag.
A what? A chin wank?
No, what's wrong with you?
That's what I thought you said.
A chin wag.
Chin wag?
I told you I'm exotic, I'm English.
What the fuck's a chin wag?
Chin wag.
I gotta start saying that. A chin wag.
Chin wag.
I gotta figure out what it means first.
Could you try to make a really loud noise just so we know where you are?
You're welcome to come join us in this larger holding cell. You know, if you want to walk past those little lights to get here, that would be great.
Would you like for one of us to come down to one of the cells?
If you want one of us to come down there, could you make that noise again? That was really great. same thing. I'm like really on edge. I think it's just me being here, like right by the thing, you know?
Oh my god.
What was that?
I don't know what that could be, because ladies don't fart. Surely not lady ghosts.
That could be the best evidence of our career. Women do fart. Sorry about that.
So you do want us to come down there?
I might go over there because I don't want to stick around here anymore.
If you want the guy in the back over there with the mask on his face to come down and see you, the exotic guy,
The chin wagger?
will you make a noise or give us a sign? Maybe even touch one of those red lights?
I hope you don't mind, but I'm just going to have a little wander down. If that's okay. If you would not like me to wander down, could you please make a noise? I'll take that as an invite.
There was a noise actually.
You did hear a noise?
So if you don't want him to come down, could you try to make a noise?
A loud one, please. Okay, I'm going to take that. Why am I not hearing this?
Dude,
It's like,
I heard it.
yes, it was right when you talked. Both times.
fuck's sake.
Yes, shut up.
Okay. God damn, guys. The standards to be in the Paranormal Files is pretty high.
I say you just go down there anyways, man.
Yeah, I think so. Right, I'm coming down in 2 shakes of a flobblecock.
What the fuck? What the? 2 shakes of a flobblecock?
Right, all English people in the chat, tell them what a flobblecock means in the comments.
To all my British people out there, I hope they have my back right now. Give the American viewers a definition of flopplecock.
I'm going to try and stay away from the REM pods. Do you want me to go in between the REM pods or a bit further down?
I say you go down to where it's dark.
Yeah, go all the way down there.
The very end? God damn, guys, these are pitch black. I don't think I realised just how far along this corridor is. I'm still bloody walking. Thanks for that, guys. That's not creepy at all. Alright, let's go. There you go. Hello. I'm going to enter into your jail cell. I hope that's okay. I'll take your silence as a yes. What a lovely jail cell it is. If you do not mind me being in here, or if you're happy to to share this jail cell with you, I don't know, could you rattle the bars here, please? Nice and loud for me.
Even though this was late at night, when I'm down this end of the prison, I'm picking up way more motor vehicles from the roads, which are close-ish to the prison. Another reason I was keen to take a little stroll down the other end of this cell block is that I just wanted to check if there were any other ways to get in and out back here. There was not. So I was pretty confident that whatever noises we were hearing were not made by other humans.
You don't like that.
please brutally attack him.
Please, I actually give you full permission. Scare the living shit out of
Make him a ghost.
me. Steady on. There's a bit of a fucking gap between scare the shit out of me and make me a ghost. God. I didn't think my videos on you were that bad. Okay, what's over here? Is this the... Okay. Oh, what's over here? Could you maybe take the receiver of that telephone there, please? Maybe touch the telephone here? Maybe push one of the buttons really loud so we can hear it? If you need to take energy from me, from my camera, from my phone, crack on. No worries. Could you maybe tap me on the shoulder? Poke me? Give me a Colin favourite bum squeeze?
Hey, we're gonna go walk into this other hallway, so you're gonna be completely alone in here.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, good luck.
Yep. Bye-bye. Alright, ladies. It's just you and this weird-looking man in a mask. Bloody hell, whatever they're doing, that was loud. Could you maybe make one of those little blinking lights there, when the little red lights go off? Just go stand next to it, please. Apparently that means it's a ghost. Come on, come on, come on, come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? Ba-ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. Why won't you tell me what she said? What was that promise that you made? Etc., etc. Please make a noise. We were hearing some good noises a little while ago. I come down here, I haven't heard a thing. Oh, okay, wait a minute. It's like a little clicking noise. Was it in this one? Did I hear a clicking noise in here? Am I all alone, or is there someone here with me? If I could get another noise from you, I'd really appreciate that. Ooh, there we go. I was just down there. Could you have done that when I was down there? Alright, I shouldn't be a dick about it. Thank you very much for making a noise, I appreciate that. Could you please do it again? Ooh. REM pod action. Could you please stand next to that again, please? Make it go off again, please. The little cylinder with the red light. I know I'm being quite brazen here, guys, but it is actually pretty creepy. Like, of course it is, look where I am. It's hardly designed to feel like home, is it? Okay, I hear some sort of noises over there. I'm just going to assume it's Colin and Connor. I do hear some noises down here. Not sure exactly where they've gone. Right, that's where we set all our stuff down. If there are any spirits in here, I'm going to be leaving very soon. Or when I do come back here, I won't be by myself. I'd very much appreciate if you could... Oh, there was a knock. Anyway, as I say, ghosts, I'm going to be leaving very soon. If you could please make another noise, that'd be great. Maybe shout, if that's possible. If you can, like, muster up enough energy to use your voice. If you could knock the prison... I'll give you an example like this. Oh no, I'm going to set that round for the following. If you could do that for me, I'd really appreciate that. That'd be amazing.
Boring.
Okay, thank you very much for... there were a few knocks there, so I thank you very much for those knocks, if in fact that is, otherworldly beings from another realm, from supernatural entities. Thank you very much. I bid you adieu. Where do I go and open this? Ooh. Marco! Let me get downstairs. I will give you that, guys. That actually sounded pretty good. Almost like you guys have done that before. I am going to fall down these... Okay, I have to turn this off. What kind of an idiot goes down the stairs in the dark? Okay, there we go. Could just switch cameras, but here I am. Alright, genuinely guys, I actually have no fucking idea how to get out of here. I mean, surely it's downstairs again. Come on, you bastard. There we go. Well, this is entertainment, isn't it? Watching a guy trying to get down some stairs in the dark. Blows my mind you people actually watching this. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment on why the hell you are watching this. Right. I have no idea if they're even out here or not. Because I know they're just going to wait. I know I'm going to get jump scared. I can't judge how far away these things are. Hi. There we go. Oh, that's it. Are you guys even out here? Oh. Alright. Alright. Guys, the Paranormal Files are wankers. Anyone down here that isn't Colin or Connor going to eventually jump out at me? I guess I'm investigating down here now. Come on investigation with us, Seg. We got a really cool location in the prison, Seg. There'll be a right laugh, Seg. Bastards. I'm gonna make so many fucking videos on these guys. I'm gonna roast the fuck out of them. Okay. Oh, so they're down there, okay. Well, since I'm here, let's have a look. What can I say? I'm get curious. Anyone down here with me? Bang my fucking head. You having fun now, are you fellas?
Who the hell are you?
I don't know, I went all the way down outside. I thought you might have been outside.
Really? No,
That was fun.
we were over there.
You just watched me leave.
No, we were in this block over there.
Oh, you went in the door, did you?
Death row.
Oh. Records? As in? As in?
Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Hello!
So loud.
What a pair of lungs he's got on him.
They're barely hanging on for life.
Up next, after I regained my fucking hearing, we went back to the same holding cell place where we were earlier talking to the walls. And in all honesty, there was some interesting stuff that happened during this second try. For some reason, I didn't film any of this, so I'd urge you all to go over to the Paranormal Files video to check that part of the video out for yourself. Because seriously, there were some pretty weird noises we were hearing. And I won't spoil too much for you, but I think I figured out what exactly the noises were that we were hearing, at least some of them. But in all honesty, if I showed all of that, my video length would end up rivaling the Paranormal Files. So anyway, up next, I got to scratch something off my paranormal bucket list. Watching Colin do an Esther session. And I would have loved to have made some more jokes about Colin doing this, but it actually got a bit dark and sinister.
Okay guys, Colin is about to do an Esther session in the death chamber. Crack on, mate.
They sit in here.
Who sits in here?
The dogs.
The dogs. What you said? What dogs?
He'll get you.
Has the same spirit been following us around all night?
The glass broke me.
Were you executed in the death chamber?
The game is over.
That could be interpreted as a yes.
Were you executed because you killed someone?
What the hell was it about?
We're just here to talk to you, have conversation. Do you regret the things you did?
Breathe it.
or here did you die?
'44.
1944?
Oh yes.
Okay, I've not been shy in explaining my distrust in the Esther session. I won't go on about it all too much right now, but I have been pretty critical on this ghost communicating practice.
I think you're talking load of shit.
But what is interesting about what we are doing right now is that I am pretty confident that Colin would not be able to hear us while he is inside this death chamber. I know I've got a pretty naturally loud and annoyingly obnoxious voice, but I wasn't shouting as loud as Colin was. I've had to whack up the volume in the editing process here so we can really hear what he is saying. Don't get me wrong, I'm not quite ready to give a glowing endorsement of the bloody Estes method, but this was pretty interesting all the same.
1944 here. 1944, Raymond Plunkett or Floyd Lovelace.
Are we speaking to Raymond?
Hell yeah.
What did he get arrested for?
June 30th, 1944, killed his 5-month-old son.
Is that true?
Raymond, did you kill your 5-month-old son?
Not at all. Not at all.
So you didn't kill your son? Were you wrongfully accused? If you did it, you're a sick fuck.
203. It's a sad day.
Are you angry that people visit you here?
Preachers of happiness.
Happiness.
Well, you are a sick fuck then.
My friend's dead.
Do you remember the day you were executed?
The number 6.
Number 6. This is a bit of a stretch, but it was June, 30th of June, 6th month.
How many spirits are in this death chamber?
A lot. Literally. God damn it. I killed the guy. 7.
Is there anything you want to tell us?
I'm gonna be
George Murray.
George Murray.
I thought you said Fury, but George something.
Die. Just like that. Die.
George Murray died.
So quick look at, see if we can quickly find George up here. There we go.
He did all the happenings.
There's a George Williams. Looks like that George Williams was the only George. So if we look. Well, we got no photo of him, but because it was all the way back in 1909. Killed 2 prospectors in Esmeralda County.
Well, we don't have too much time left here. So we want to know if there's anything you have to tell us.
What do you want?
Just to hear your story.
touch.
Back off.
No, we won't back off. Can you make Colin sing some more?
So, Sailor Guy, should I work my magic, kick a couple of music beats in?
Now, mate, I don't think this is that kind of Esther session.
Right, okay, well, you know where to find me, I guess.
Don't be a bitch. I will be needing your services soon, though.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Someday.
Alright, well, we need to get going. This is your last chance. If you have anything to say it now.
Sexy. Slice it vertically.
Slice it vertically. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's not just put it out.
Alcohol.
Guys, I'll be honest with you. I did want to have a bit more fun with that Colin, but some of the
Is
things
Daniel gone?
some of the things he said here was actually quite kind of serious. And it got a bit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You right?
God. How long was that?
Just 10 minutes.
How was it?
It's kind of hard to hear.
What we did, the most interesting part is that I asked, what year do you die? You said 44.
Really?
And we looked on the headshots there, and there were two people who died in 1944. And then
Is it Raymond?
Oh, dude.
I said, "Is it Raymond?" And you were like,
Yeah.
But it was like, yeah, you kind of had a weird yes to that. It was like, yeah, something like that.
That's the guy who killed his 5-month-old.
He killed a
Oh, I heard or baby
Yeah.
or a kid word.
Yeah.
Yo, that's actually crazy, dude. It feels fucking bad in here when you do the Estes. Like, I will say that.
I got a bit like, I wanted this to be a bit of fun and like have a laugh with it, and then when that stuff came out, I was like, okay, this is, I don't know, it's just a bit weird now.
Yeah, that's I mean, it's just weird in here. I feel like it's like a on your skin type of thing. That felt like 3 minutes to me.
Huh.
We're sitting at 13 minutes right now.
Shit. I don't know, when I said, like, it feels like creepy in here, it's because it was, I don't know, if you were in here alone, you'd get that vibe of like, ugh.
Just unsettling.
I mean,
It's like-
look where you are. I totally get that. Look where you are. Whether that's in your head or
Yeah.
anything supernatural, I don't know. But like, you know, look where you are. But there are not many rooms on this earth like what we're in right now. This is crazy.
With the bed, too, that's
Yeah.
original. Well, fuck.
Alright.
Whoever's here, whoever was just speaking, thank you, but please stay here. We respect your space, and yeah, definitely stay here. Because the last time was really fucking weird.
Alright.
All right.
You can follow him though.
Yeah, you can follow me. Hop
I
on.
want to get out of this room, man.
Hop on my back. Let's go for a walk.
This is where the video had to come to a sudden end. The folks working at Nevada State Prison were very polite in letting us stay a fair bit longer than what was agreed on, which is very kind of them, so thank you. I think the three of us just totally lost track of the time, so unfortunately we couldn't squeeze filming an outro, but right now I will say that this place is genuinely very creepy. There were all sorts of knocks and creaks and bangs I heard all night. The only explanation I can come up with for this is that Nevada can get stupidly hot during the day and very, very cold at night, you know, with it being a desert and all. So since a prison is largely made out of metal, maybe the extreme Nevada heat has made the metal expand, and as the heat dies down in the night, it makes the metal contract. And this could be the cause of some of those bangs, especially if this happens day in and day out for over 100 years or so. We filmed this in the month of May, and from memory, it wasn't a particularly hot day, but perhaps I'm a little bit more conditioned to living in the heat because I've been living in Australia for so long. But this is the best explanation I can come up with anyway. Respect to Colin and Connor of the Paranormal Files for allowing me to join them. As you probably heard during this video, we had a pretty good laugh together. Just goes to show that we can all get along. Well, sometimes. So, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the Side Eye Guy channel. I've got some other big collabs coming my way during my USA ghost hunting road trip, so please stay tuned for those other videos. Ta very much. Cheerio!
Side Eye Guy, he's the one you can't deny. Bringing truth to all those fake channels of mine. With a wink and a laugh, he'll make you feel alive.